Hello and welcome to what is the highest ranking dual gap game I have done. 17-17 on each team, average per each team. So very high ranking. And we have a few players, a few 1v1 players in this game. But anyway, we're going to slow it down. We're going to start from the top left. Your top tier player, Sid, 2000 rank, UEF green. He's a dual gap veteran and obviously a very good player. Moving on to Noob 5. Now this guy is not your usual dual gap veteran or dual gap player. I think he is more of a 1v1 player. So interesting to see him on this map against the dual gap irregulars. And will be good to see how he goes. He's a Cybrant. He's another 2000. He is in your red color. Moving on to the front, Shinobu, also known as Yudi, another 2000 rank. And Yudi does actually play a little bit of dual gap. Every now and then he seems to dip his toes back into the dual gap pool and loses all his credit and plays some more dual gap. So he is your front. He's a Cybran. He's pink. Moving on to the Navy and Eco spots. No one cares in the Eco. He is a Aeon. He is a 1500 and another dual gap veteran. Good player. Very good at Eco spot. GDP. Another dual gap veteran. He is also a UEF and in your purple color for Navy. Class player on Team 1, Epitomus, Seraphim, 1400, bottom here. Not too sure who this guy is, but I believe he's a good player. It is your team for Team 1, left side. Moving on to Team 2, right side, bottom here, Ronaz, 1800, Cybran. Obviously a dual gap veteran, plays dual gap every day, so he is a bit addicted. But that means he knows the map very well. So keep your eyes on Ronaz, likes his Corsairs, likes his T1 bombers anyway. Moving on to the Eco spot. Claude Liliza. However you say that, I believe it's French. He's a 1400 Cybran, yellow colour. He's in your Eco. I think he is a dual gap veteran. Supremica, another good player. Another dual gap veteran, another 1400 and another Cybran in your Navy spot. Interesting that Supremica is opening up with a land factory on Navy, which is not your usual. Anyway, Live Pulsar, 2000 rank, typically not well known for his front gameplay because he's such an economy based player, as I've said before, as we keep talking about Alive. But it's going to be interesting seeing him against Yudi, see how he fares. And Rogue Toaster in your second front. Now, not often do you get these guys on the same team because they are so high rated. They're normally on the opposite team in the optimal mirrored balance. Anyway, Rogue is a 2200, highest rated player in the game. He has his usual maroon red color and his usual Cybran. Will be interesting to see how he plays as well. Typically an economy player. Moving on to the last player, the Heresy, 1500 Cybran. So we have an all Cybran right side for Team 2. Not too sure about this guy, but I have a feeling he has a new name, and I have a feeling he knows how to play this game, play this map. Anyway, so speeding it back up, back to +2. Lots of chat going on. You can see these, in this new version we have these top mixes here. I didn't realize it before. That's kind of cool. You can see Alive is actually taking some rocks here. That's kind of, I mean, it's kind of frowned upon taking rocks from the Eco player. But Alive just can't help himself. He's so used to it. You can see Alive has got these two engineers out to get these rocks. And for some reason Rogue has forgot his... He's forgot one of his T1 mixes. So what's interesting to me to start off with is that on the left we have players who are high rated, who don't play dual gate that often, but they are aware of how to play it. And on the right we have players who play dual gap every day, mostly. Although Rogue Toaster hasn't been playing that much of late, but he is one of the best players on this map. Sorry. Rogue drops the opponent's rocks, gets one rock. I think I'm just going to slow it down. Gets those two rocks before going down. You can see, just turn it down here a bit for me. You can see Yudi has just dropped these 5 engineers, and then he's just going to build factories around his engineers and just get that mid domination. He's also gone air. And that's kind of cool, going air as front. Gives you a bit of security. It will be interesting to see how Alive combats this Mantis spam. You can see Yudi has 4 factories, Alive has, well, he's got 4 factories in his base, but this is not as good as having 4 factories up here. You've got your mid reclaim that you can just send engineers out. It's a lot quicker to have factories at the front spamming bots. He's also going on for a T2 upgrade, so not only does he have the mid at the moment, he is the first to go for a T2 upgrade, and he has 2 T2 mixes. You're going to see Live has 4 T2 mixes. And also Alive has decided to take mid, and I would have thought taking mid as the highest rated player in the game, putting your comm in the front is a bit risky. Dual gap is always a place where snipes can happen. We have a bomber from Epitomus up here. Maybe he wants to kill these engineers, but to be about maybe an even amount of bots. They're all Cybran players. Maybe an equal amount of Mantis at the moment. That's a ballsy, a very brave place to upgrade the T2 com. Almost, he upgraded the com in shooting distance. Maybe it's because Noob has 2/3 health. But man, that is very brave. Considering that Alive isn't even sending bots over. He's upgrading himself. And this is just, Beauty is just absolute spamming. And I think Rogue might be stalling mass. He's dead. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say. It was just an absolutely terrible place to upgrade it. And you can't blame Alive for being passive because that's his gameplay. That's all he does. He is a passive, well, you know, not all he does, but he is a passive economy player. So pushing up on, it was just the wrong idea. 100% the wrong idea. Left side had more factories. And you can see straight away Yudi pauses his factories because he knows it's now 2 versus 1. He doesn't need to push. He can just upgrade these mixes. You can see right away Noob 5 very active in his transports. That was a seriously quick transport. Killed. Yeah. Rogue died, then he loaded the transport, but it got caught. See Yudi going for T2 artillery, just to push Alive off his base here. Now, Alive is normally a player who likes to get his advanced hives. He's very good at utilizing his build power. And we have Heresy. In an ideal world, you give this all to Alive. You should really give this to Alive. He's such a good economy player. And I guess it's because there's T2 engineers here. And Alive only is T1 at the moment. Anyway. So now Alive has to, well, he has to defend. And I would just honestly walk your comm back. You're not going to win. You're behind on T2 artillery, behind on mass, 2 versus 1. Maybe he's afraid of snipes. But interestingly, we don't see any T3 bombers, any strats. From any other players. Maybe they are playing it safe, would rather get their ASF out. It's not often you see that on Dual Gap. You don't see any strats. Normally at least one player goes a strat. And this is all Medusa. These are just going to wreck these shields. And Alive is going to have to go in the sea here. Can't afford to walk back. And luckily, Primica has Navy, so Alive can do so. But GDP doesn't have any subs anyway. Well, maybe he's got some subs over here, but luckily Primica has Navy. Well, you can see economy-wise that Claude is way out. He's 10k mass, no, he's 8k mass ahead, which is about a 10% advantage. And that's most likely because no one cares. Started off with Aeon, he had to build his own Cybran tech. That's always nice. It's always nice just to have one bomb that kills the radar. We see obviously T3 mix for the air players, which means a very passive air game for the meantime. See Ronez only has 3 A's if he just wants to get these mixes up. Speed it up here a little bit. And like always, it's looking like it's moving towards a game ender for Dual Gap. And I know I say that most games, and that's because it's true. Dual Gap is a game ender map. And, well, see, Yudi hasn't bothered to get all these T2 because he wants to get T3 mixes up first. This is the most efficient way to get all your T3 mixes up in your base first. So effectively he's using his T2 mix here and mixes here to, well, quicken the speed of getting his native mixes up to T3 as quick as possible. And you can see Noob 5 is doing the same. I kind of like this from Noob. He's got Flak over here, PD, little PD base. He's making it hard to push up on here as he sees this he sees rhinos from Alive. See, Yudi has gone straight into Navy, and that's because he wants to hold on to this mid position, because the only way this mid position will die is from Navy from now on, or from a nuke, but for now on. At the moment, Yudi is going Navy, and it's 2 versus 1 in Navy. Claude now has 18,000 more mass than Rain. No, than No One Cares. I always think this color is Rain for some reason, even though he's not in the game. You can see Claude has, well, he has more hives. I think he has more T3 mass fabs. And now Team 1, left side, control the whole mid. Control all the mixes on the mid. And you will see gradually all these mixes go to T3. And yeah, Ronez scouts. Interesting to see no nukes. They've obviously decided to go full economy instead of rushing a nuke. But look at that, not even a nuke, not even an anti-nuke loaded yet. Same for Claude. You can see Alive has gone into the Navy as well, mirroring the UD. And Noob 5 has built a little base here, and I kind of like this. He's building TM out, so do they see the TM out? Well, they see it, but they haven't built any TMD yet. No TMD. Well, it's only 21 minutes and we already see a massive air grid from Epitomus. Which is quite impressive, to be honest. Impressive for air. And I like this from Epitomus. He has SAMs all along here, making it hard to scout. He's got SAMs up and down here. It's really nice. Well, here come the TML. Speed it up a little bit here. The TMLs don't actually hit anything. They put the TMD in time. Does he reclaim? No, he doesn't reclaim them. He keeps them there. Heresy sending some strats to bomb the TMD. Lots of flak here though. Ronez is protecting for some reason. Beauty says Maver weakness. Para, please. Yeah. Could be some truth to that. You can see Noob 5's building up a little quick army over here. And this is just only to sort of harass, make the opponent react, I guess. You can see Claude has actually been given all these T3 mixes. And that's ploy to get this disruptor up as quick as possible. And there's one there. There's the Paragon. Do they see it? Yeah, they see it. They know where it is. Cybran shields. Seraphim shields, sorry. We only see Cybran shields for Team 2, and that's because they only have Cybran. Which is... that's not the best. Only Cybran. Will be interesting to see what this disruptor can achieve with Seraphim shields, and we have what, 16 advanced hives. And you can see most of these mixes are now T3. Two disruptors up, and a Scaphus has been started. Scathus, I guess that's their only chance. They can't build anything else. They should have really tried to capture some... well, I was going to say they should have tried to capture some other factions, but two front players here are Cybran. Would have been quite difficult to do so. But now it's effectively an end game battle. I wonder what Noob 5 is doing with all this mass. Is he passing it on? He must be giving, yeah, there we go, 17k mass to no one cares. So everyone putting in mass for the para, which is a good idea. And there is a shield being built where the Maver should be. That's annoying. See, Claude has, well, he has 1, 2, 3, basically 3 extra bases. He's got 4 bases worth of mass. That's why the Scaphosis is going up so quickly. The Salvation Star, well, I guess that's for when the para is up. We have bubble bombs, the OP shields. Bubble bombs with advanced hives, OP. Seems like Team 1 is held up against this Disruptor fire pretty well. That's because of the hives, because of the assisting, and the Seraphim T3 shields. And here is the first rally of Scaphus shells. Just want to speed it up a little bit. The Paragon is up. Salvation started, and the Salvation, well, that's already halfway there. I'm just going to go full plus 10 on this, speed it up, because we know where this game is heading. The question is, who is going to win? We have the Scaphus already up, 2 Disruptors, but I have a feeling that Team 1 is in the advantage. They have a Paragon, they have Seraphim, they have... Look at this build power over here. 2 Scaphers, 1 Maver, well, 2 Mavers being built. Wow. Cool. So the Scaphus is doing quite a bit of work, and that's kind of a good sign, but this didn't really have any shields, so now the question is, can the Scaphus get through all of these Seraphim shields? And I would say no, it can't. It's kind of looking a bit ominous for Team 2. Fairly soon they're going to have multiple T4 experimentals. Supremaca starts a nuke. Well, that's interesting. You can see Yudi has just continued to build battleships, just to, I guess, neutralize Navy, just so keep Navy at bay and just together. One rally of Scaffers shots, and you can see there is a Maver up. The Scaffers is now shooting at the T4, but I mean the writing is on the wall. When you stop shooting at the Paragon, you're basically conceding. And this game is, well, it doesn't look very good for Team 2. Team 2 were behind the whole game, and that's mainly because Rogue Toaster died quite early on, about 8 minutes. Highest ranking player dying, and it's kind of hard to maintain any sort of advantage from there. Team 1 went for the Paragon, which is, it's always a good idea in dual gap if you can get your whole team to assist. And for some reason the Scaffers has just stayed alive. I don't know how, maybe because of the hives, but it's kind of Claude versus the entire team of Team 1. See Ronaz with his strap-ons up here, but it's going to be super hard to actually they get drawn in by this T3 air, anti-air. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yeah, 4, 2 Maver, 2 Scaffers, soon to be 3 Scaffers, so there's there 1 down here. Golo. But there's a second Scaffers up here for Team 2. The writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. I don't know how the Scaffers is still alive. I have no idea. So what is their Maver shooting at? It's like he's got his has his Maver on random. Maybe he has it on.
Strategic launch detected.
Look, you see some SMD there. If they had a nuke earlier on, they could have actually done something. Scaffers is down, and that's
Strategic
basically
launch
it.
detected.
So, not the best game, but it was interesting nonetheless to see these high ranked players. I think I'm going to end it right there because we all know what is going to happen. There is multiple scabbers, now 3 scabbers, 2 Mavet, and Team 2 are just going to get obliterated. And there is basically no point carrying on. Anyway, I hope you guys
Strategic
have
launch
enjoyed
detected.
this high ranking game. Interesting to see these new players, these 1v1 players coming in. Anyway, thank you for watching, a like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. See ya.